Okay. All right, 7.2, resolution approving ratifying bills. You want to get the lights for me, please? 7.1, excuse me. 7.1, resolution of approving reimbursement for travel, meal, and lodging expenses, page 21. 7.2, resolution approving ratifying bills, authorizing budget transfers, and accepting monthly financial report. Can I have a motion on that, please?
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions? Roll call.
Ms. Wahid?
Aye.
Ms. Soroka? Aye. Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger? Aye. Dr. Griffin?
Aye. 7.3 is authorization to file and publish fiscal year 2019 audit, which is on pages 35 to 36. 7.4 is resolution authorizing transfer of funds to operations and maintenance fund restricted on pages 37 through 42. May I have a motion on those two items?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Roll call.
So we're voting on 7.4,
Yes.
7.3 and 7.
7.3 and 7.4.
7.3 and 7.4.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just, it's kind of nitpicky, but underneath Appendix A to summarize some of the expenditures, there's adjunct scheduling software on page 37. It was in two places. It was urgent and it was under the regular too. I mean, was that for a purpose? That is money needed for the adjunct scheduling for urgency and for the one-time investments? Did you see what I'm talking about? One-time investments has adjunct scheduling software and urgent items has. It's additional funds. Thank you. That's what I needed to know.
Roll call.
Ms. Wahid? Aye. Ms. Soroka?
All right.
Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger? Aye. Dr. Griffin?
Aye. 7.5 is the authorization of a trust account agreement with Capital Development Board to deposit funds for the replacement of the roof at the Grace Oak campus, page 43. 7.6, resolution to designate an additional $2.4 million of the college's unrestricted net position and commit additional $2.4 million in its operating funds for the purpose of future payment of post-retirement health care cost benefits and claims. Page 44 to 48, I'll seek a motion on those two, please.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions?
Ken, do you ever see a time that this money's ever going to be expended?
It's retirees drawn it in.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's stopped, so nobody's participating. I think it's from 2011. So
2011.
there's no new participants, and it's spending now.
Good.
I know.
Roll call.
Ms. Wahid? Aye. Ms. Soroka?
Aye.
Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger? Aye. Dr. Griffin?
Aye. Item 8 is the approval of the purchasing 8.1 biddable items, services, ratification of the procurement card, BMO Paris Bank, pages 49 through 50, and psychological services provider, Community Youth Network Inc., on pages 51 and 52. Products for BOT, I believe, ER4, U Educational Robots, Simulations, and Codex. And Vision Systems, JPH Technologies Inc., pages 53, and John Deere Commercial Equipment, AHW LLC, page 54. I'll seek a motion on those.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Comments or questions?
I'm sorry, it's me again. I want to, whatever we need to do to support student services is good. But I'd also like to know, like with the financial call, how many students are we serving? That's with the financial call center, and with the psychological service provider, how many students are we serving? And, I just thought that would be good information to have when, we're bidding on contract again.
Okay, that's great.
And if we're gonna have a retreat, could this be a topic of the retreat? Our counseling center and our psychological services?
Sure. Absolutely.
And then 8.2,
I don't think we've gotten to that yet.
We're
No, we're not on 8.2.
Yes.
We're in 8.1,
8.1, that's,
all the
Yeah.
biddable.
Yeah, if we're changing.
Those are my questions, thank
You good, Julie?
yeah, I'm good.
Any other comments or questions?
Yeah.
Roll call.
Ms. Wahid? Aye. Ms. Shoroka?
Aye.
Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger? Aye. Dr. Griffin?
Aye. 8.2 is the non-biddable items. We have the services here, ratification of financial aid, call center, Pro Education Solutions LLC, pages 55 through 56. Ratification of the printing services, Graphic Partners Inc., page 57. Ratification of the temporary employment, Express Employment Professionals on page 58 through 59. We are excluding 8.2.4, page 60, the applicant tracking system for next month. And it's on page 60, so that's excluded. But we do have the office supplies, Office Plus Solutions, and supply on page 61. And I seek a motion on those, please.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second,
Comments or questions?
one comment. How come we had like a renewal year 1 and 2 for our temporary employment? And then you're asking for additional funds, but we don't have a renewal year on that contract for,
We recently done an RFP on that and are in the process of evaluating it. And so we're just asking for additional funds until we can get that settled in the contract.
okay, so we had one in 17, 18, 18, 19, but we don't have one yet, but we're working on it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Roll call.
Ms. Wahid? Aye. Ms. Shoroka?
Aye.
Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger? Aye. Dr. Griffin?
Aye. Item 9 is the approval of contracts and grants. It's 291, acceptance of the National Science Foundation Advanced Technological Education Grant, Collinsville County portion.
Do we do disposable?
There are no disposables, sorry. I should mention that.
There are.
There are? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Page 62.
My fault. Disposable items, sorry. So I'll seek a motion on those disposable items, 62 to 63.
So moved.
Okay, sorry. Second?
Second,
Okay, now comments or questions? Roll call.
Ms. Wahid? Aye. Ms. Shoroka?
aye.
Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger? Aye. Dr. Griffin?
Aye. Now 9, approval of contracts and grants. 9.1 is acceptance of National Science Foundation Advanced Technological Education Grant, County County portion, page 65. And let's do 9.2, the acceptance of the Illinois Community College Board's Workforce Equity Initiative Grant on page 66. May I have a motion on those two?
So moved?
Is there a second?
Second?
May I make a comment?
Comments or questions?
And on the Workforce Equity Initiative grant, as I mentioned earlier, we have a very short time frame to deliver on this $1.5 million grant. I just want to make the board aware that we will, as you know, in here we have the positions that go with the grant to move it forward, but we will be also taking very quick action on equipment that's associated with the grant. So we may be in a position where we'll be asking for ratification versus approval ahead, so we can keep this grant in motion at all times. So if there are concerns about that, if you could let us know, but we'll be executing on the grant as defined.
Is this being administered by Illinois Central College?
They were one of the recipients also.
But
It
why-
came through the Illinois Community College Board.
It's
Okay, but
ICCD.
all the money went to Illinois Central, I believe, no?
No,
But
but
they had-
ended up going all to ICCB. There was, from the original plan, when the appropriation was made until execution, there were some shifts, and so they did run all the grant funds through the ICCB and made it a competitive opportunity. But
Okay.
ICC was a leader, and their legislative representative really spearheaded that effort.
They got like 30 million. there was a press release that came out today about how much money they did at their board meeting.
Well, the state amount was the large number, they
Yeah.
got a portion.
Portion of it,
portion of
okay.
it, right. But I think because they were the ones initially out there advocating, they were seen as.
I
the
thought they might be
support.
the fiscal administrators of it now.
ICCB is.
It is certainly a short window.
It is,
Very short.
We know you can do it.
totally
We
can do
know
it.
you can do it.
I just need board flexibility too.
For the National Science Foundation grant, the $258,000, is that our only piece and the rest goes to Florida State? Or is that just for this year and we get the other half later?
It's a shared grant,
So that's Florida State College?
Yes.
Okay,
Florida
Alright.
State, right.
all good, thank you.
Roll call.
Ms. Swahid?
Aye.
Ms. Shoroka?
Aye.
Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger?
Aye.
Dr. Griffin?
Aye. 9.3 is authorization to grant a utility easement to the Commonwealth Edison Company on page 67. 10.4, ratification of an intergovernmental agreement and memorandum of understanding between the College of Lake County and the Grays Lake Fire Protection District regarding instruction and program requirements of the Grays Lake Fire Protection District, College of Lake County Fire Academy on pages 68 through 69. May I have a motion on that, please?
So moved.
Do you want to take the other half of the Grays Lake one, fire department?
Did I miss something?
All the way up to, what was it, 79, page 79?
Yeah, 68 through 79.
79, okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to make that motion.
Okay, very good. Very good. Is there a second?
Catherine made
Yeah,
it.
I'll do
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry.
I made it,
Okay,
so I'll
okay.
second it. No.
All right, sorry.
So, what is it, 15, 20 years that we've had the fire station out there, Jeff?
Not that long.
You know, and I fought very hard to get that fire station out there. And it was because of this kind of programming that I envisioned for that fire station. And all the, I was gonna say crap, but all the stuff that I went through, where I think it was a 3-year fight to get the fire station out there. And we finally got it out there, and now we got actual programming out there and here at the college for firemen to learn here at the College of Lake County. I am just proud of the college that we finally turned this page and got to this point. So I'm very honored to be able to put this forward.
I remember the controversy well, Rich. Okay. Thank you. How much of an easement have we given, ComEd?
I believe it's 10 feet.
10 feet.
Is that an additional 10 feet?
No, so they're currently, it's an easement between our property and the Lake County High School Tech Campus. It goes right on the borderline, but there's a little creek that runs through there. So the power lines are actually right in that creek area, so the adjustment is being just to the south, so it'd all be on our property now.
Okay.
But the good
Say,
news
hey,
is we get
Conrad.
$1.
Yeah, I was thinking, come on, open your wallet, dollar.
Hey, easy now, easy. Got a lot of retirees. we gotta take care of. Got to be frugal with our money, but get the dollar up front.
Yeah, get some,
Roll call.
buy some grass seed.
Be quiet. Roll call.
Ms. Swahid?
Aye.
Ms. Shoroka?
Aye.
Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger?
Aye.
Dr. Griffin?
Aye. Approval of programs. Now there are none approved this month. Section 11 is approval of human resource recommendations. 11.1, let's take resignations, retirements, and dismissals on page 81. And let's do 11.2, personnel and position changes, pages 82. May I have a motion on those, please?
So moved.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Comments or questions? Roll call.
Ms. Swahid?
Aye.
Ms. Shoroka?
Aye.
Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger?
Aye.
Dr. Griffin?
Aye. 11.3 is the full-time employment, administrative professional hires on page 83. Note there was replacement page at your place that I announced earlier. Probationary period completed, pages 84 to 87. Note, as I mentioned earlier, page 87, item 2, column 4. The position title and department should be grounds person. groundsperson, grounds, not custodial. Make that note. And on the contract amendment, the president, page 88, the document is referenced on this page, its actual place. And all copies of the proposed contracts are available at the website or by contacting Human Resources here at the college. So I'll seek a motion for those.
So moved.
Is there a
Second.
second? Comments or questions? Roll call.
Ms. Wahid?
Aye.
Ms. Soroka?
Aye.
Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger?
Aye.
Dr. Griffin?
Aye, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations, Lord.
Page 11.4, promotions and transfers, page 89 through 90. Let's seek a motion on those.
So moved.
Comment, second?
Second.
Thank you. Comments or questions? Roll call.
Ms. Wahid?
Aye.
Ms. Soroka?
Aye.
Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger?
Aye.
Dr. Griffin?
Aye. Staff benefits, there are none at this time. And 11.6, we're going to hold that until after closed session. Now, at this time, I'll request a motion to go into closed session. Before we do that, we'll take a short break. Okay? All right, we'll take a short break and then go into closed session.
Need a motion?
Need a motion. Okay.
Second.
Roll call. Ms.
Roll
Wahid?
call, right?
Ms. Soroka? Aye. Mr. Stanton?
Aye.
Mr. Anderson?
Aye.
Dr. Finger? Aye. Dr. Griffin?
Aye. Now we'll take a short break.